This report over the weekend that Bob McGinn, who's covered the Packers for a long time. In fact, I was looking at, and I know the name, we quoted him in the past, and Mike Florio put it up on Pro Football Talks. And Bob McGinn, who's covered the Packers for decades, said in a podcast, the GoLongTD.com podcast, that the Packers are ready to move on for Aaron Rodgers. Here is his quote. They are done with Rodgers. He's not coming back. I mean, they're disgusted with him, and they're done with him, and they're moving on. McGinn added he's totally convinced Rodgers won't be back as the starter.
Don't even want to look at you.
McGinn explained that the team fully believes in Jordan Love, and the team is ready to turn the page after trading up to making Love a first-round pick in 2020. McGinn predicts that if Rodgers does insist on returning, he'll be the backup to Jordan Love.
Come on.
This is so extreme. The source is one that I think most people in the game would say is credible, but that is such an extreme that they would bench a future Hall of Famer.
That's taking it too far. If you want to say the team is disgusted with Aaron Rodgers, that's pretty salty language there to say to quote a source is saying they're disgusted with him. I can agree with that. I can understand that the Packers want to move on from Aaron Rodgers. They're tired of the soap opera. Let's get on, get over with, and we'll let him make up his mind. Does he want to be traded, or is he going to quit football? Whatever. But we're done. Fair enough. But to go that far, if Aaron Rodgers wants to come back and play for the Packers, I mean, it's up to the Packers at that point. What are you going to do? You going to release him? You still going to try to trade him? I mean, you're not going to release him. You're probably not going to trade him, so he's there. And you're not going to bench him either. That's hyperbole. That's puffing your chest out stuff and it's saying one last thing. We went too far. You went too far. I'm not saying McGinn. I'm saying whoever the source is that told him that stuff, yeah, you went too far.
Well, there's two things about it. One is, for the Packers, this news getting out, if true, is terrible. They don't want people to think that they're done with him. All that does is devalue what your offers aren't coming in. So, A, there's that. B is, I think there's a lot of what you said there. You know, when you are trying to emphasize a point, you'll go too far.
Yeah.
So wherever that came from.
Came from the bottom of a bourbon bottle.
Right? Somebody went too far. Somebody in trying to make the point of how, no, seriously. Like, seriously. They're done with it. No, I mean, like even if they can't work out, he'll be the backup.
Right?
Right?
Come on. No, I'm serious. All right. I'll write it, but
yep.
I mean, that's too much. I'm not saying that, look, the way Aaron Rodgers played last year, trending in the wrong direction of how good he is. But from what we've seen of Jordan Love, I don't know if he's trending in the right direction either. He hasn't gotten much of an opportunity to play, but when he has played, he's not lighting the world on fire either. But the only way that you're going to see any kind of growth from Jordan Love is if he gets a chance to play, if he gets full reps in practice. So I see that they want to move on. But if they're both on the roster, he's QB2, and it's not even close, right?
I can't imagine it's close. It doesn't appear to be close. Now, I suppose we could talk about the worst-case scenario for us, that it is close. That Jordan Love...
Oh, that Jordan Love's actually really good?
Yeah. Which, I mean, that would suck.
Well, it would suck. And then if the Packers were able to trade Aaron Rodgers and get draft capital for him and then finally build a team around him because they've got the quarterback ready to go, yeah, that would suck. That would be the worst-case scenario.
I mean, that can't possibly be true, can it? There's no way Jordan Love is got them convinced he's ready to take over and win games now.
He's got skills. But, I mean, even in college, it didn't seem like he was the guy. He had flashes where he'd show this incredible athleticism, be able to throw the football, ran well, but it wasn't consistent with it. But you only get consistent if you get an opportunity to play, and then everybody gets to see what you can do. But I mean, I didn't really see it too much in college. I was surprised when they took him. You're trading up into the first round to take Jordan Love. Now, the reason you trade up is because you want the fifth year option. When you're dealing with a situation where you've got a quarterback who you're bringing back anyway, like Aaron Rodgers. But now it's it's S or get off the pot time for Green Bay. They need to find out, because would this be year 4 with Jordan Love? They have to know.
Yeah, they kind of do. And Rodgers on the market. I've said for weeks now, and I think most of the listeners, for a variety of reasons, don't want Aaron Rodgers to leave Green Bay. I mean, I guess the irony of all of this is historically doubting Green Bay and doubting Aaron Rodgers has not been something that's very healthy for us here in Detroit. I think my first Aaron Rodgers is trending down take was 5 years ago.
A long time ago.
Solid take, Doug. You had that take 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, just like that, 5 and 3 years later, he appears to be trending down. We're just ahead of the curve with the call. But, I mean, another terrible scenario is that we get exactly what we wish for, and the Packers go 13-4 next year, and Rodgers returns to form. The reality is that seems unlikely. When we get the Green Bay fan to call the show, it sounds like the ones that feel compelled to pick up the phone and call us, which doesn't always represent an overall feeling, but those ones typically say, yeah, we're done with Aaron Rodgers. It's time to move on.